This is We Newsy Dixie for the 21st century. See how it works? Somewhere. Can you dig it?
And so just want you to know. Man, I looked at that smile on your face just now. And the first time I ever wished I was a photographer to take that picture and let the world see that honesty and that integrity. And know some of the things I know, how you drive all over the country to chase us down. Chase us down. Okay? We move so fast. I don't know if you're married. I don't know if you're a family. I don't know if you're a wife. Okay? But when we get on here, we bosom friends. Anytime I see you, I stop whatever I'm doing. Hey, my man, how are you? Hey. Hey, man, what, that's, I owe that to you. It's an obligation that you have. How old are you?
Oh, 36.
So you don't have the right to do what 36 people do. You don't have the right to go to the dance or go to the party. You don't have a right to take that trip to Europe when I might need that plane fare to fly somebody else to feed my people that love me. Mm-hmm. You feed them. Oh, it's one thing being hungry from food. Right. There's another thing being hungry for information.
That's right.
And that's you the feeder. You got to be the farmer. You got to grow the crop. Huh? You got to till the grain. And at nighttime, when you hear something that sounds like water, you got to go and see if the crop's going to be flooded. That's your job, man.
Hey, everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that jingle review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others, and so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.
This mistake is costing on prime property.
Greetings, everybody. Guess who's back? Back again. It's Brother Ron. Tell your friends, because we all be in it to win it. I said it's been a long time. I have to hit y'all with the back-to-back shows. It's a lot to talk about. There's really a lot going on in Memphis right now. In my good old Memphis town. I don't know what to say about it. Shout out to Sister Golden Okie Aries girl. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning out. To tune in to get in where you fit in. We all be in it to win it. My special, wonderful, beautiful Armenian sister, Lauren Lawdog. What's up? Thank you for tuning out to tune in and get in where you fit in. And we be all in it to win it, of course. And this is We All Be News Free Dixie for the 21st century. So I just want to talk a little bit about this case. I think this is a very interesting case because it's weird how things get swept under the rug. A lot of times there's so much going on, so many distractions and whatnot. And people were all up in arms about what happened to our dear brother Tyre Nichols on January the 7th, 2022. But there was something that happened to our dear brother Gershon. I know some people say Gershon. Then I see Ben Crump and his family say Gershon. So y'all, Gershon Freeman, a 33-year-old husband and father who was killed under very questionable circumstances down in 201 Poplar. That happened on October 5th, 2022. And it's funny. It's not funny in a ha-ha way, but it's interesting how Tyre Nichols stuff got fast tracked, so to speak. By the time he died, January 10th, there was people was looking into it. Protesters got to City Hall on King Day doing the brunch, whatever. They confronted the mayor, confronted police chief. Everything got fast tracked. Even had the vice president, Kamala Harris, come down to pay up respects to the family. He had two funerals. We don't call it funerals, or funeral, two funerals. Tyre Nichols did. And but this happened back in October with brother Gershon Freeman. Now, if you haven't heard of this story, they just released the videotape. It's about 13 minutes long. They edited. They did edit it probably. I mean, it's 13 minutes long, but it shows this black man who was naked, running around getting assaulted, allegedly, by up to, according to some estimates, 20 sheriff deputies, 20 COs, correctional officers, sheriff deputies, because 201 Poplar in Memphis is ran by the sheriff's department. And the head of that department is Floyd Bonner, who is actually running for mayor of Memphis. So this is something that's very interesting. Like I told y'all in the previous show, that the mayoral election for mayor of Memphis, the election day is actually October 5th of 2023, which will also be the 1-year anniversary of the unfortunate death of this brother Gershon, or was that Gershon Freeman, down at 201 Poplar. Now, people say, well, why he must have did something wrong. He had his legal troubles, but he was waiting his day in court. He was denied due process. You understand? He was not convicted of anything at the time. Now, they had him on charges of some type of domestic violence or assault and kidnapping, something like that. But who knows what the truth of the matter is? But that was jail. That wasn't prison. That was a whole, a lot of times they let people go from the jail. And a lot of times the charges are thrown out of court. But people, we try to use all types of interesting things to justify him getting killed or unalive. But there's no justification, because they have 20 sheriff deputies or COs, whatever you want to call them, pummel this man while he was bucky naked. This man was bucky naked. Now, y'all can see the video. It has no audio. So it's interesting to ponder what was said, what were the exchanges in an unfortunate, tragic incident. But once you see the 13 minutes, it's hard to get it out your mind. You won't be able to erase it. It's like when you see the Tyre Nichols tape of him getting beat down. It's hard to get it out your mind. It's like Black Lives Matter snuff porn. Black lives don't really matter in this system of just us, and it just really boggles the mind. It really does. And I feel like I had a need to do this show. My city is strange, but it's not the only place like this. There's people love to find comfort when they're catching hell. It's weird that people are so conditioned that they love to find comfort in catching hell. And I don't know what's going to take to wake up people. I mean, there's a lot of natural disasters going on, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things are becoming more transparent by the day, by the minute, by the hour, by the second, whatever. Things are coming out, information about the corruption in all areas of human activity. And what do you do about this? I mean, people are more concerned about
basketball players and movie stars and music stars. They are about their own well-being and the well-being of their family. Now, you could say, well, that guy was in some trouble. Like they said that he had issue of psychosis. Like, he was out of his mind. But from my understanding, you can go online right now while you can. There's like a less than 2-minute news clip of an inmate that was in prison with Gershon Freeman or Gershon Freeman. He tells a unique story. And he did this interview. I mean, God bless him. I hope he's okay. He did this interview months ago, a little bit after it happened. He shared some information that's not being circulated now about the situation which led to Gershon Freeman being unalive. He said in the news interview, you can find this on YouTube while you can. It's like this less than 2 minutes. I'm not gonna play it here because they do copyright strikes. It's weird. But he was saying that Gershon Freeman did not receive a meal for 7 days. Like, they were basically starving this man for 7 days. In the video showed them handing him some type of meal, right? But the inmate, his fellow inmate, claimed that he was not fed for several days, by 7 days, about a week. And that he was actually in an altercation with another inmate. And then, like I said, you don't know what was exchanged between as far as audio. There's no audio with the video. You see this guy is, he's lunging out of his cell towards the COs, whatever. I think they tried to pepper spray him and all this. Then a lot of them started coming down and beating him down. This man is butt naked, recovering from a stab wound in his back. This man got stabbed in the back. And all of a sudden, he was recovering from stab wound. You see like some discoloration on his back. I guess that's where the stab wound was located. And he just bust out like a bat out of hell. Out his cell, you got all these officers pummeling on him, kicking him and all that stuff. Just like treat him like a rag doll. And like I said, it's very disturbing. And it makes you wonder, because our jail has a reputation. It's just as notorious as Rikers Island, but it's smaller than Rikers Island, which makes it even more infamous in my book. And maybe it's, oh my God. Well, let's show brother Freeman. Let's humanize this brother, because I actually became more aware of this case because on Friday, February 17th, I was downtown Memphis, paying respects to a supporter of We All Be, a Memphis civil rights icon, the late great Queen Mother Georgia King. She had a homegoing celebration on Friday down at the Calvary Episcopal Church, downtown Memphis, which is right next to the courthouse. And I was walking back to my car after the services, and I saw a group of melanated people, like a black gravity. I started being propelled to approach this group of all these black melanated people. It's cold. It's windy, like downtown Chicago. Wind is blowing ferociously. But to see a group of melanated, good-looking black people on the courthouse steps of my Jegna's, the courthouse named after my Jegna, the late great Judge Army Bailey. To see them all together, and then to recognize the profile of Benjamin Crump in the crowd. So I stayed for their press conference, because I thought this had something to do with Tyre Nichols, because that same day, the 5 cops who are suspected in murdering or unaliving Tyre Nichols, they put in their they all pled not guilty that day. So they had their arraignment, whatever you call it, whatever the court terminology, arraignment or whatever. So they pled not guilty, all 5 cops. So I thought that it was some type of press conference connected to that, because that happened earlier in the day. But this was a totally separate thing. It had to do with Gershon Freeman. His family was there. Ben Crump was there. And also Ben Crump's local helper here, investigator, brother I've known for years, Kareem Ali, shout out to him as well. He was there along with the family, the widow of Gershon Freeman, the young daughter of Gershon Freeman, the daughter I said the daughter, right? The mother and the father was there along with supporters. And also the lawyers that represent the family. They were there as well. So they had like a 30-minute press conference about this case. And it blew my mind what I heard. I said, really? And I'm saying they got this on video. What is this obsession with law enforcement in Memphis getting things, misdeeds on video? Why they want to take themselves acting poorly? Now, y'all concerned about Ja Morant, but I'm more concerned about this situation with our so-called law enforcement not being lawful, not following proper procedure, not respecting the people that they're responsible, who they're responsible for in their custody, keeping them alive, keeping them safe, because they got rights too. Because we could all find ourselves in certain situations, but we don't deserve to be unalive. You think about Sandra Bland. How can anybody justify her being unalive? Now, I would not have acted like she did when it came with dealing with the law enforcement people, but she did not deserve to be unalive. Not for that. Not for that. So we all could be found in situations like this for the grace of God, for the universal God. But they hear the family, like the mom talked about how she had her son not too far away at Regional 1. She had Gershon at Regional 1 Medical, right? That's not that far away from 201 Popular. For him to be unalive, not that far away from where he was born, is sad. And that mother pain, I mean, it was sad. Then to hear his widow and to see his daughter, that is upsetting to me. And the man was just 33 years young. And he was married and he was a father. He didn't deserve that. He deserved his day in court. He did not deserve to be taken out like that. So I would, if y'all got a strong enough stomach or whatever, y'all could take it. Y'all could find a 13-minute beatdown on YouTube for while you can, And it's funny how these type of stories don't get a lot of traction like it should. As far as I feel, it don't get a lot of traction. I mean, people talking about the Chris Rock thing. I have yet to see the Chris Rock. I mean, y'all more upset about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Will Smith gifted Chris Rock millions of dollars by that slap. He should get a royalty check out of slapping Chris Rock. Chris Rock, man, he had a good year. And now y'all, from what I see, y'all turn on Chris Rock. I don't know. Y'all weird about that. Y'all more concerned about celebrities than liberty. Y'all more concerned about celebrities than liberty. You more concerned about celebrities than your civil liberties. How about that? You're more concerned about celebrities than your human rights. So why is this a big trend? I don't really care, but I will indulge y'all on those type of things as well, because I'm human like y'all. Everybody loves to watch a good car wreck. It's a guilty pleasure. People like to look at car chases and everything, all types of morbid crap. So let me put this picture of our dear brother up while I'm talking about him. And I say, dear brother, he deserved that. I don't know the brother, but like Biggie said, nobody to somebody kills you. That's how I go. I ain't know who this brother was, but now I guess he gonna bless his family with the lottery and death, though. And that's how it works. It's funny how, when the Black Lives Matter, Black Lesbian Matters, and all this stuff, Black lesbian mentions, but it's always it's like hetero black males are the one dying for the alphabet mob and for everybody to get their piece of the pie. Everybody moving on up on a dead black hetero male. Move on up to the east side. Finally got the piece of the pie. But yeah, that's our brother right there. Man, family man. Everybody have they demons they got to contend with, but to justify the beatdown, like they said, he died of a heart attack. Hell, I mean, you die when your heart stopped working. That's how you die. Yeah, when your heart stopped beating. I guess everybody dies of a heart attack then. That's okay. Your heart stopped beating, right? So, read a little bit. And thank you, Sister Cerie, Honey Dip Aries girl. I'm thinking it's Okie girl. Is it you, Okie, that gave me the donation, the tithes and offerings? I appreciate that. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna check out and we all be tribe chat room very soon. But I just want to talk about, give a little background on brother Gershon or Gershon. And I don't know, because news said Gershon, then Ben Crump, Ben Crump, he pronounced the way he pronounced. He said it's a Gershon. I'm gonna go with Gershon. Let's be consistent. Gershon. It's tripping me up. So try to say, I'm just really looking at this story. Come from ABC 24. Let me get the other one. I want to talk about the cause of death. Now, the coroner actually ruled it a homicide, but it's like a technicality. It's like in football, how you catch a football, the NFL, you catch the ball, but they say it's not a catch because it's some type of technicality. Did you have possession? Did you hold on? Was it shaking in your possession? Did you have both of your feet in bounds? All that type of weird stuff. So they ruled it actually a homicide. The coroner and the family got a second autopsy done, but they ruled it a suicide. I mean, not suicide, but a homicide, excuse me. Okay, I'm just trying to find that. I have like I said, like I be trying to give y'all some information, not just gossipy stuff all the time, but some to hold you over, to bide your time. Use some food for thought. You know how it goes. Trying to pull up this tab. Okay, I'm reading this story. This is Action News 5 right now. It came out on February 9th, 2023. It said autopsy reveals details and death of inmates at 201 Poplar. An autopsy report reveals new details in the case of an inmate's death in Shelby County Jail. And now the family of 33-year-old Gershon Freeman is calling for all of the jail surveillance video of the encounter to be released. Freeman was booked into Shelby County Jail in October of last year on domestic assault and kidnapping charges. While incarcerated, Freeman was involved in an altercation with officers and was restrained. During this restraint, he experienced cardiac arrest and CPR was performed. The CPR was not successful and Freeman was pronounced dead at the scene. The autopsy report revealed multiple contusions of the body, a scalp laceration, a healing stab wound on his back, and both cardiovascular disease and coronary arteriosclerosis. Sclerosis, like heart disease, okay? Based on the autopsy findings and the circumstances of the incident, the cause of death is attributed to the exacerbation of cardiovascular disease due to physical altercation and subdual. Interest. Look at how these word games they like to play, word salads. Basically, he was unalive, homicide. Okay, homicide. It's a homicide. Okay. The manner of death has been classified as a homicide. That's all they should have said. All this other stuff. Now they said his death was ruled as homicide, and that means his death occurred because of other people, said Josh Spickler, executive director of Justice Reform nonprofit Just City. Spickler said transparency and accountability issues in the county jail are as worrisome as the problems uncovered in the Memphis Police Department investigation of Tyre Nichols' fatal beating. We're missing a lot of the components of the Tyre Nichols case, said Spickler, but it's eerily similar. In fact, another man whose death comes at the hands of people charged with protecting him. Just how dangerous is the Shelby County Jail? Consider this. Rikers Island, with a jail population of 5,900 inmates, reported 19 deaths in 2022. The Shelby County Jail reported at least 10 deaths last year with a population of 2,300 inmates, making 201 Poplar deadlier than the notorious New York jail. Gershon Freeman's family told Action News 5 they were desperate for answers last October. And 4 months later, they were still desperately waiting to find out what happened to Freeman during that struggle with jailers. We just want justice, his sister Joyce Ellis said. The tape shown to us was edited. We want tapes released that were promised to us, and every guard involved punished. My son went into the jail on 2 feet, said Gershon's mother, Kimberly Freeman, and he came out with a toe tag. He was my only child, my world, and my world is shattered. I need justice. Gershon's loved ones and community advocates said they will keep pushing for answers and for change at the Shelby County Jail. Whether they're guilty or not, they deserve protection, said Spickler. They deserve dignity. They don't deserve to die a violent death. Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner, who's also running for mayor of Memphis, is in charge of the jail. Action News 5 requested an interview with the sheriff about jail safety, or a statement. The request was not fulfilled. Okay. Both the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the Shelby County District Attorney's Office are investigating Freeman's death. The Shelby County District Attorney's Office released the following statement regarding the investigation. In October, the District Attorney's Office was made aware of the death of Mr. Gershon Freeman, who died while in the Shelby County Jail. D.A. Mulroy immediately called in the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to investigate Mr. Freeman's death. Additionally, our Justice Review Unit has begun reviewing the details of the investigation. The Justice Review Unit, who received the medical examiner's report yesterday evening, will continue their review of the investigation thus far conducted by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. The Justice Review Unit will make a recommendation to D.A. Mulroy once the investigation is complete. Because this is an ongoing investigation and has not been completed by TBI, that's Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, or the Justice Review Unit, this is the only information we can provide at this time. Okay. Freeman's family confirmed they have requested a second autopsy and hired civil rights attorney Ben Crump to represent them. Crump is also representing Tyre Nichols' family. Okay. Oh man, that's something. So they came out February 9th, right? So they already conducted the second autopsy. The results has not been released yet. And like I said, this happened for Tyre Nichols, but yet Tyre Nichols was fast tracked for whatever reason. This is a cold game. Man, it's crazy. But also, I said I'm talking about Ben Crump. Ben Crump is interesting to me, attorney Ben Crump. Like he came on the scene because of the Trayvon Martin situation over a decade ago. They really made him a household name, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding Ben Crump in terms of what is he good at or what is his purpose, right? Like, people say, well, he don't win cases. I said, he's not trying to case in court. That's not his job. He's Mr. Settlement. He settled. The family want him to get the bag. They use him to secure the bag and to get publicity for the loss of a loved one due to a lot of times police misconduct, among other things. And Ben is a very busy man. I mean, he's a jet setting, trading setting. He's all over the place, man. Like it's like I go on YouTube and he's representing somebody down in Florida, then the next day he over here, and the next day he over there. He's everywhere. He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere. He's omnipresent, And attending the press conference, I didn't know what was going to happen. And I saw Ben Crump, and I had a chance to watch him in action up close and personal. I just want to share my thoughts about that. I think it's interesting. The mighty Ben. Okay, as we all be news free Dixie for the 21st century. There's so much going on, man. So I met Ben February 17th. Impromptu press conference. So I didn't know it was going to happen. I just happened to be in the place, paying honor to a dear friend, supporter we all be, Mother King, or Queen Mother, excuse me, I said Mother King, Queen Mother Georgia King. But I'm going to share my thoughts about Ben Crump. Old Benny boy. Benny boy. Benny boy. So we all be. News free Dixie for the 21st century. What's really going on, y'all? Yeah, I said, man, it's been a minute since I've been on here live. So I said, I think y'all some back to back. Maybe another third one coming. I don't know yet. How I feel. You know how I feel. It's how I feel. We all be in it to win it, man. Let's see. Okay. What I had to say about Ben Crump. I said, Attorney Ben Crump is the new boss Crump of Memphis, man. The first one was a true copy begging Confederate devil Snow Whitey from the land of Mississippi Cotton. But this time around, he is coming melanated, 5 on the black hand side, and kissed by the Florida sun, man. I really do believe that he should get a residence in Memphis and run for mayor this year. With these steady stream of police brutality cases, courtesy of Memphis' finest and the Shelby County's finest, caught on video, no less, in the so-called city of good of old, that has been falling into his lap like morbid manna blessings. He is about to make a lot of black families in the Memphis area instant millionaires, man. With those type of constituents, he could easily fund a game-changing campaign that could make him the HNIC of Memphis City Hall. You dig, man? See how it works? I never thought I would run into Ben Crump, especially the way that it happened. But the universe soul God has both a great sense of humor and urgency. I was actually leaving the beautiful homegoing service for a dear friend of the We All Be movement, the legendary Memphis civil rights activist and humanitarian icon, Queen Mother Georgia King, aka Queen Akua. Queen Akua, that's right. When I happened upon an interesting gathering of amplified amounts of melanin on the Shelby County courthouse steps, a courthouse named after my Jegna, the great Judge the Army Bailey, who is now a righteous ancestor. Upon closer review, I immediately recognized the profile of the one and only Benjamin Crump, the most preeminent black lawyer of this generation. Love it or hate it, it is what it is, man. No cap. Whatever my thoughts were about Ben in the past, he immediately gained cool points with the fly ass fedora hat he was wearing, with the feta, with the brim tip at a very respectable gangster lean, man. Crump is truly a made man and a black man who wear hats mafia by the beam. Respect. He was also most deaf dressed to impress, so fresh and so clean. His attire was a true throwback to the old glory civil rights movement days when black men, or where black men knew, rather, their role and amplified importance in controlling the narrative as it relates to projecting black masculinity to the world. Crump is the new Mr. Good Trouble. Good Trouble. Bloody Sunday. Good Trouble. You know what they got, John Lewis. The event was a press conference outside where it was cold and windy like downtown Chicago. At first, I thought Ben and company was giving an update on the Tyre Nichols case. Earlier Friday morning, the black ex-cops accused of killing brother Tyre pleaded not guilty to the charges. Not surprising, even though the lynching was caught on video. Okay. So we don't have to read all this, okay. All right. So yeah, I saw what he's about. And I don't have no problem with him doing what he does. I really don't, because, you know, he's hired by the family to do a job, to secure the bag, to bring awareness to their suffering, their pain and suffering, and to secure the bag. That's his role. His role is not to be Johnny Cochran or Thurgood Marshall or Charles Hamilton Houston. His goal is not to try the case in court, but in the court of public opinion. That's how he do his bread and butter. That's where his lane. He got his own law school, right? He got his own law school. You know how many of you guys got their own law school? I think he where is that law school? The Ben Crump School of Law or something? At St. Thomas University. Where is that? Benjamin L. Crump Center for Social Justice. St. Thomas University College of Law. It said purposely housed at one of the most diverse access law schools in America, the Benjamin L. Crump Center for Social Justice at St. Thomas University College of Law is committed to legal advocacy, education, and dialogue. Aligned with the College of Law's objective to promote the dignity of every human being, the Benjamin L. Crump Center for Social Justice has 4 key pillars and will serve as a hub for educating the next generation of male and female lawyers from diverse backgrounds who will act as social justice engineers. Execute the Bald Eagle Initiative, named after our nation's symbol of leadership and strength, which is designed to help Black male law students who are the most underrepresented cohort within the lawyer population in America to achieve excellence both in law school and beyond as they successfully transition into the profession. Facilitate bridge building among social justice engineers, civil rights activists, and the law enforcement community through active discourse and education. And last but not least, number 4, defeat structural causes of inequality that leave Black Americans and other minorities with less access to capital, and helping these groups realize the promises of the Constitution and live a life of human flourishing. The center will create innovative curriculum, develop implicit bias training and policies, and curate programmatic instruction modules and symposia that advance its goals related to these 4 pillars. In addition, vital scholarship dollars will be awarded so that students from diverse backgrounds have access to a legal education that will help them develop the tools to become change agents for good. So he got his own little social justice center, okay? The Benjamin L. Crump Center for Social Justice at the St. Thomas University College of Law. I mean, bravo, brother, bravo. And also, he has improved in his presentation. He's actually become a better speaker over the years. It's been interesting to see him develop himself, how he presents himself, how he doing his role. I don't have no problem with him. I just think people ain't really serious about freedom fighting anyway. Like I said, you got a brother named Alton Maddox who's still around, who started with Sharpton. Sharpton started with Alton Maddox on the Tawana Brawley situation. And you see what Reverend A.L.L is doing. And Alton is like, it's not even thought of. I mean, he's still out there doing this thing out there in Brooklyn and whatever, but he has been marginalized and sidelined by the system. And he was the attorney at war for the people. And people forget about Alton. They talking about, we don't want them type of freedom fighters to be advocates for us. Like I said, we still afraid of Malcolm. Malcolm been dead for almost 60 years. Black folks still trying to, I don't mean by any means necessary. Well, don't stop saying by any means necessary. We don't mean it. If you didn't want to die for or fight for it, take the word freedom out your vocabulary, like Brother Malcolm would say. If you didn't want to die for it, take the word freedom out of your vocabulary. Can you feel me? JB, I'm gonna tell you something. It's whoever. He's got about 11 or 12 people running for mayor of Memphis. We even got our old mayor, the first black elected mayor of Memphis, Dr. William Harrington, who we share the same birthday of April 23rd. And I saw Dr. Harrington at my friend's homegoing, and I acknowledge him. But JJB gonna have to do some campaigning, man. He gonna have to campaign. There's a lot of folks with that spot. It's going to be interesting to see who takes that spot. My thing about the mayor, whoever is going to be mayor, they're going to have to do a lot of house cleaning. Because it's not just with the Memphis Police Department or the Shelby County Sheriff's Department, but it's like you look at City Hall, Shelby County Commissioner, the Board of Education, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. We need an in-house cleaning. It need to be a good sweeping out of all these characters. And we got to hit reset. And the next mayor will have to be willing to be recalled because he's going to piss off, or she's going to piss off, the so-called powers that be in the elites that run this city. You know, if they're really going to do right by the people, because it's going to take a minute. This stuff is sad. But it's not, you know, Judge Joe Brown have to earn it like everybody else. Yeah. Right on, sister. Sister. Yeah, I saw that. You know, I saw that. That would make me look at him in a different way. Cause I got people I know lawyers, they just frustrated. I think it's like they're more like they hating on Crump because Crump getting that bag and Crump is elevating. His profile has been elevated. And a lot of these cats just frustrated where they at. They try to say, well, if you could do what Crump do, it's like the thing about it is Crump is doing it. It's like when people used to complain about, well, Miles Davis ain't Clifford Brown, Miles Davis ain't Dizzy Gillespie, but they ain't Miles Davis. Miles Davis understood his strengths and weaknesses, and he was willing to take risk anyway. They will make Miles Davis Miles Davis. Ben Crump ain't the most eloquent spokesperson. He ain't the guy that people think will be the guy to be the lead, but the guy got an interesting sense of humor, right? So at the same time, he's growing into his role. So he's growing into what he does, and so that's why he's the best, because he's been doing it on a consistent basis, been doing it for over a decade, and the folks believe in him. The family believes in him. The families know that when Ben Crump comes, the camera comes and the money comes. So I don't know. But yeah, that documentary on Netflix is good. And also he did that Tupac documentary he did several years ago. And when people don't understand, I didn't realize until I saw the documentary that Ben Crump is from North Carolina. Matter of fact, he's from Lumberton, North Carolina, where Afeni Shakur, the mother of Tupac, is from. Afeni Shakur was classmates with Ben Crump's mom. Let me repeat it again. Afeni Shakur, the mother of Tupac, was classmates with Ben Crump's mother. What they doing up there? So both of these women got famous sons who have been surrounded by controversy. Ben Crump and Tupac. Their mamas both from Lumberton, North Carolina, were classmates. Look at it. Go tell that. And also with Ben Crump. Ben Crump is a life path 9, right? I'm a life path 9. You know, Jimi Hendrix was a life path 9, right? Elvis, life path 9. Being a life path 9 is an interesting sojourn because we believe in me. Al Capone was a life path 9. And yeah, I know about the Al Capone show. I'm gonna do that. Y'all don't understand. I'll tell you why I haven't done a lot of stuff yet. Why I just not been getting back on the scene. There's a lot of stuff going on with me, but that's neither here or there. But you know, even Al Capone was a life path 9. And when you're a life path 9, you believe in giving back. You'd be like a humanitarian. You believe in giving back. Use your talents to elevate people around you. You're part of the solution, not part of the problem. And Ben Crump say he's a social engineer, right? He believes in, like, in his own way, he's doing his part. And I don't know what people want from Ben Crump. I mean, y'all want him to be, because like I said, we had Malcolm X, we had Marcus Garvey. A lot of great folks came through, Paul Robeson, and we didn't love him like that. You know, how many folks were standing beside Dr. King on the balcony in front of room 306? 3 plus 6 is 9. That's 9 again. How many people stand on that balcony with Dr. King? Exactly. So, I mean, we like to criticize the fighter in the arena, but Ben, he serves his purpose. I have no beef with Ben. And like I said, I saw how he was working for myself in person. It was interesting. But the brother, Gershon Freeman, he died of a homicide, but they won't say he was murdered. Somebody had to kill him. They try to put like his heart disease, psychosis, whatever. Somebody killed him. Somebody got to die. If you go If I go, you gotta go. Some stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking about Biggie all day. But anyway, let me look at here. Salute. Law Dog. I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of this stuff is weird. What I'm thinking about, you talking about psyops or something? Because evidently people are really dying. I don't think that's fake, but you know, whatever. I don't know what black folks are weird because y'all hate or some we just can't stand the pink people or the clear people, but yet you work with them, you get your checks from them, you get, you don't mind living in their neighborhoods and stuff. I think it's funny to me. It's fascinating. Yeah, man, they love to sacrifice us. We make the great soldiers. We love being soldiers for everybody else's causes, but our own. When it's time to bleed for Uncle Sam, we answer the call. Like Malcolm said, when it's time to bleed in Korea, you bleed. You bleed in Vietnam, but you won't bleed in Mississippi for your own people. You won't bleed in Alabama. You won't bleed in Chicago. Well, you bleeding, but you're not bleeding for liberation. In Chicago, black blood is the gold. Think about King Leopold. People always talking about Hitler and Stalin. Look what King Leopold did to the Congo. How much black blood was spilled in the Congo? Think about Patrice Lumumba, who hired Dave Chappelle's mom back in the day to work on his damn project in the Congo. We don't know who we are. Yep. Who wore number 33 for the Lakers? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Who did LeBron just pass? What number did he wear? He wore 6. 6 and 30 and Captain 33. Yep. All this stuff is it's like we in a simulation. It's a video game. Hey, y'all hit this like. I'm doing overtime for y'all. It's all for you, just for you, and you, and you, and you. Everybody. I'm just going to this thing. Memphis is a unique spot. When people talk about rituals and Hollywood and all stuff, like one year the most popular music video on YouTube was a video called a song called Dark Horse that Katy Perry did with Juicy J. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Katy Perry, because people think Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey. There's a conspiracy saying, well, John Benet Ramsey is actually Katy Perry. Y'all heard of that? Just Google it. Take a look. It's all online. Read between the lines, But Memphis, it's a lot of Masonic energy here because Albert Pike, the guy who created the Klan, Albert Pike, the Scottish Rite Freemason, Albert Pike, Confederate General Albert Pike, who led the 5 civilized tribes. Like the 5 civilized tribes own black people, like the Cherokee, the Choctaw, and stuff like that. He used to live in Memphis. Albert Pike from Boston, who started the Klan, all that stuff. He used to live in Memphis. And it's a lot of Mason stuff going on. There's a lot of Masonic stuff going on in Memphis. Always been like that, but it's in the middle of the country. But like that video, Dark Horse, is set in Memphis, Egypt. To understand Memphis, you got to understand what Memphis, Egypt represented. And that's what Memphis represents over here. It's a place of spiritual, economic, and cultural commerce. Church of God in Christ was founded in Memphis, Tennessee by Bishop Charles Mason, who was from Memphis. He was from Mississippi or Arkansas. He was born in Memphis, born in Shelby County. Bishop Charles Mason. There were Dr. King and Mason Temple, not that far from where I'm living, where I'm doing this show. Dr. King gave his last speech, the mountaintop speech, April 3rd, 1968 at Mason's Temple. There's a lot of energy that run through Memphis. There's a lot of things. You can't. Americans' identity is very connected to Memphis. Thomas Edison used to live in Memphis. You know who Thomas Edison was, right? The first supermarket was started here, Piggly Wiggly's, Clarence Saunders, back in 1916. Holiday Inn was created in Memphis. FedEx is headquartered and founded in Memphis. Then you talk about the music and all this stuff. But it's gonna be interesting. Like, it's not, Judge. I mean, he gotta get out there and campaign. He gotta get out there and campaign. He's an independent. Memphis, Shelby County is a Democratic Party stronghold. Like, in the state of Tennessee, the farther east you go, the redder it becomes. The bigger the Confederate flags become. The bigger the crosses, the bigger the Confederate flags become when you go out east. Memphis, Shelby County is like is blue in a sea of red. So Judge gonna have to work it, man. You have to earn it. I mean, yeah, you was a TV judge and people know your name, you did this. But it's like, well, Janet, what have you done for me lately? Type of thing. You got to get out there and press the flesh and kiss them babies and what they do. But Judge can win it though. But it's gonna be interesting because he got about 12 people running. And speaking of people running, it's like, man, there's just so much stuff going on. It is so much stuff happening. And it is overwhelming for me, man. I just like to be left alone. People are like, Brother Ron, come to my thing. I said, can I just be left alone? For crying out loud. Can y'all just leave me alone? Why y'all need to become your thing? Brother Ron, we want you to come. It takes a lot. Now, you got to respect people, man. When people come to your events, especially when they're at nighttime, as I get older, I realize, you got to put yourself in the right mindset, getting ready. If I respect this kid, hey, man, I respect you. I'm going to show up to your event, but I'm good being by myself a lot of times. I ain't going to lie to you, but I'm going to share this picture. Speaking of people running for office, that's Sheriff Floyd Bonner. We was at the Ivy Wells Monument unveiling on Ivy Wells' birthday. This happened July 16, 2021. I took a picture with Sheriff Floyd Bonner. And Sheriff Floyd Bonner Jr., is he a junior? Let me say it right. But he's the first Black elected Shelby County sheriff in Shelby County history. And I have no axe to grind with Floyd Bonner. I don't. Floyd Bonner Jr., yes, he's a 38-year veteran of the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. He is the first African-American to be elected as sheriff of Shelby County, Tennessee. Sheriff Bonner is a lifelong resident of Memphis and Shelby County. I have no personal issue with Sheriff Bonner. He's running for mayor of Memphis. But the thing about it is, this albatross, this dark horse, this elephant in the room will be this Gershon Freeman case that happened on his watch, October 5th, 2022, when 20 of his sheriff deputies beat that brother to his death while he was bucky naked. Bucky naked, bucky naked, bucky naked. They beat that man on camera. Only on camera. So he's gonna have to answer for that. And he's getting into his politician groove. He came out with a statement. I know at the time of the press conference that Ben Crump, had with the family and lawyers and stuff and supporters, he did not make a statement. But let me read what he had to say. Like I said, I have no problem with Floyd. Man, Mr. Sheriff Bonner, he has helped my nonprofit organization with the 4-Pillar Massacre Reflame ceremony that we do annually, honoring the fallen ancestors and the victims of the 1864 4-Pillar Massacre. He, lent us his support of his office, of his department, and we appreciate that. I appreciate that as a Memphian and as a person who really has a love and honoring the people that came before us. I appreciate his office offering their resources to help us with our annual event. So I have no axe to grind. This is not about a personal attack on him, but he's going to have to be held accountable for what happened on his watch, because the sheriff department, the sheriff is over 201 Poplar. That's his jurisdiction. It's like with Police Chief Davis. She's over the Scorpion unit people and all that. the training day chief. I call it the training day chief. She was over those guys. So she got to be accountable for what those guys did on her watch. And I doubt if she'll be the police chief for the next mayor. You know, because she served at the pleasure of the mayor. The current mayor, Strickland, put her in place. But Sheriff Bonner, I took that picture with him at the Ivy Wells statue reveal, monument reveal. Good brother. Like he helped, like I said, he helped my organization, the We All Be Group Incorporated, with a lot of our annual events with no problem. But what's going to be a problem for him is this Gershon Freeman thing. It's like an albatross around his neck. But I want to read what he had to say. The statement he had. If I could find it. What time is it? Okay, I try to, I'm trying to do something different these days because my man, I'm gonna do a show about what's going on with me right now. So if y'all want to really hear more from Brother Hurd, y'all know what the word, y'all know what to do. Life is just crazy right now. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, bunch of crap. I just try to stay away. People want me enjoying their stuff. I just can't be with people right now. I said, where were y'all at when I was trying to do all this stuff 20, 15 years ago? When I was like trying to do stuff for us that y'all, now y'all getting hip to. Where y'all was at 15 years ago? I always telling people, where y'all was at 15 years ago? I'm tired right now. I'm a tired child. I'm not sure what Sheriff Floyd Bonner, his official statement was. Okay, Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner defended the corrections officers who were involved in the incident in a statement Thursday night. This came out March the 2nd, 2023. This article, this is from Action News 5. So he defended his correction officers, saying that a 13-minute long video released by the Nashville DA's office does not provide enough context of the situation. This is what he said. According to the medical examiner, Mr. Gershon Freeman suffered from psychosis and cardiovascular disease and died of a heart attack while being restrained. It is unfortunate that parts of the video are being shown out of context because the full video does show the erratic and violent behavior that led to the need to restrain Mr. Freeman. These correction officers deserve a fair review of this case, and I will wait for additional information from the TBI and the investigating DA before taking further administrative action. That's from Sheriff Floyd Bonner Jr. Thank you, Sister Betty Jones. We love you madly for your donations. We love you. You always coming through. Love you madly. Both the TBI and the Shelby County District Attorney Office are investigating Freeman's death. Okay. This is what Ben Crump had to say. Attorney Ben Crump is representing Freeman's family. He issued this statement following the video's release. The death of Gershon Freeman is yet another shocking example of police brutality in the Memphis and Shelby County criminal justice systems. The newly released footage is visual evidence that at least 10 officers brutalized and beat Gershon to death when he was naked and clearly suffering from a mental health crisis. Gershon's family thanks District Attorney Glenn Funk's office for their transparency in this, and we are confident that their office will bring these officers to justice on the criminal side. That's Attorney Ben Crump. So my thing is, he said at least 10. At the press conference, they said it was 20. And on that tape, they showed, I seen some female COs in the mixes. I'm not saying they did. It's like there's more. What is the context? It just look bad. There's no audio, or they probably have audio. Did they suppress the audio? I don't know. But it just really looks bad because we just got the Tyre Nichols thing. And so you mean the law officers can't follow their own laws? They can't follow proper procedure when it comes to inmates and prisoners in their possession. It just boggles the mind. This is Memphis. And we are really laid back here for whatever reason. We're laid back. My thing is, I don't really care about no riots or looting and stuff like that. I want a real change, a lasting, sustained change when it comes to how people in this city are treated, especially native Black Memphians, how we are treated. Because people keep on talking about our people got to be more advanced. It's not about a person's skin color, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We got a Black police chief. We got a Black sheriff deputy. We got majority Black city council, Black board of education. And yet, this is where we at. This is a plantation town. This is a corporate plantation town. A lot of temp agencies, a lot of crap in Memphis. It's a corporate plantation town. That's what it is. It's by design. So my next mayor, it's going to be somebody that needs to be willing to be unpopular, go do right by the people. And even if it costs you a one term, even if it costs you being recalled, you did what you're supposed to do, and you gave the people a choice. I mean, I don't care about all the catchy slogans and all this. I want somebody that's going to be in there is willing to sacrifice being a career politician, to do right by the people and be a real public servant and be a good steward of this city. We need people like that in position. I don't really care about, I remember I was at an event about 2 years ago, and the state rep, it must be almost 2 years, in about a couple of months or so. And this state rep, he told us, he said, we can't do nothing for y'all in Nashville. This is a guy that people been sending to Nashville for years. And he basically told us, we cannot do anything for y'all. Y'all got to pray to Jesus. And it's like something when Frederick Douglass said, he been praying for 20 years and he never got a reply until he started praying with his legs. He's going to have to take some real action for the people to really change things. Now, the conditions of the 201 Popular, they existed before Sheriff Floyd Bonner was sheriff. That's not on him. He's not responsible for creating the climate at 201 Popular. But now this is his watch. And people will be watching how he moves as it relates to this situation. And I wish him the best. Like I say, he's not a bad guy to me. I don't know him personally, but I know that when we needed help with projects for the community to empower our people to learn about knowledge of self, he was willing to help us with resources. And I'm thankful for that. But also, I am a citizen of this town, of this city. It should not be a good idea for people to be afraid of law enforcement, because who are they really protecting and serving? Therein lies the question. Yeah, I just want to be left alone. These people be like, Brother Ron, we want you to be the martyr for the face of the martyr for our movement. I'm not interested. How old are y'all? Y'all driving around Mercedes-Benz, got a little nice home and stuff like that, and a condominium, and got a pension. If I get put in prison and jail, y'all not trying to bail me out, then something happened to Brother Ron. Oh, Brother Ron, he was a good soldier. He was a good old fool. He was a good fool for our cause, man. Brother Ron. Oh, that boy used to crack me up. You know what's weird? I'm working a cleaning job right now. And I'm just trying to do my job. I'm here because, like, you know, I ain't making this YouTube money. People got this idea about everybody making YouTube. I have only 1 year I had a good year, and the IRS went after me for that 1 year that I had any type of decent money. So I can't really cry the blues. I've been struggling, been striving for years. But I remember I was vacuuming this office space recently. I'm gonna talk about the new job or my job I'm doing on another show, not this show, but I was vacuuming people's office and cubicles and stuff. It was a guy that came up to me. It's like a city space, a city office space, city government office space. And there was a brother that approached me, a middle-aged brother. He said, "Hey, Brother Ron, what's up? You Brother Ron?" I said, "Am I? I'm Brother Ron." Right now, this ain't we all be time. This is like I'm on a clock. I'm trying to vacuum. No, man, we know you. Hey, y'all, it's Brother Ron. It's Brother Ron. I said, what the? And all these older black guys, they in the cubicle. Hey, Brother Ron, man, it's Dick Gregory. Like, yeah, but you see where I'm at now. I'm vacuuming y'all office space like 8 something in the morning. And the Dick Gregory money ain't come out. I don't got no money like that. So I'm just working class still. And then they start politicking. They want to talk about politics on their clock. They talking about city government, the police. I mean, these city employees. And I'm back them in their cubicles. And yet dude followed me outside trying to talk to me. Look, man, I'm on the clock. I'm trying to vacuum. I'm trying to get out the clock, man. I'm trying to do my job. Do your job, man. Love, love, love. But this city is weird. This is how they treat truth tellers in Memphis. When you tell the truth, people think you bad news. When you try to be for the people, people want to silence me. People, when they see the titles of my videos or whatnot, they want to do they think they're doing me good by telling me to be quiet. I got folks that I love and respect. They want to shut me up. And I'm not even doing anything. Oh, Brother Ron, you don't need to talk about that. You're going to mess up everything. I said, man, I ain't made no money. How you going to mess up things for me? How can it get worse? Yeah, but it's like, I'm a social hermit. I'm not socially awkward or anything like that. It's just like, I just want to be left alone. I said, man, I can't make your problems my problems no more. It's bad for my health. I can't, I only deal with my problems. But I got family and stuff. I mean, especially if you an older kid, like you serve the age, like I got family, man. They were players from the Himalayas when they was young, and now I'm all alone. I'm on my own. They like that. They singing that Pat LaBelle mess, and they lonely. I mean, but you got kids everywhere, man. So why your kids can't help you? Because not having a relationship. People don't understand. You got to treat young people, these kids, with respect. You got to do right by children as they coming up, because they're going to remember the day when you messed them over or did right by them, because you don't know who you need to help you if you decide and mess up and live a long time. Like a lot of folks treated people bad while they were coming up, then they decided to live a long time. Then they found out they ain't got no friends. The people that they were treating bad end up becoming in charge of the nursery homes and of government and stuff like that. You got to treat people right, because you never know who's going to be who. Like it was these white guys that was in the Kinko's recently I went to. They worked there. They were talking about, man, once they turn 18, I'm breaking the dinner place. Said, don't you come back no more. And the other dude didn't agree with him. Then they looked at me and said, what's your opinion, sir? I said, man, you keep on thinking like that. Yeah, they're gonna leave you in that nursing home in that corner with feces on your person. Bad sores. They're gonna forget about you too. Cause like he said, well, man, my daughter did say, careful, Dad, because I'm gonna choose your home later on. Dude, he said his daughter told him, careful, Dad, because later on I'm gonna choose your home. I said, yeah, you want to do right by your daughter, because a lot of times the daughters will take care of you. And sometimes the kids that you raise and treat right, they do you dirty at the end. They won't, you change their diapers, but they won't change your diapers. And then they'll be the one that everybody thought it was a trouble. Thought the one gonna be a little bit slow and they always stayed in trouble. They may be the one that's gonna help you live a little bit longer while you in your old or golden age era. But anyway. Man, people weird. They wonder why, you get the leadership that you deserve. Don't complain about Joe Biden talking to Strom Thurmond and George Wallace on the Edmund Pettus Bridge when you voted this dude in, this weirdo in. Y'all, and then all y'all quiet. Oh, man, y'all said he got to go. Y'all voted this man in. So, yeah, to me, voting is not the most important political thing. It's not. It's overrated. Voting is so overrated because it's a popularity contest. It's about name recognition and familiarity with the person. It's not about the issues. You're not voting on the issues. You're voting on name recognition. It's a popularity contest. I mean, they could run, but you only could be one. You know what I'm saying? And nobody, as far as I can see, has really distinguished themselves from the pack. So we still got some months to go. It's going by fast, but it ain't October yet. It'll just be April next month. But everything is flying by. We're still in the first quarter of the new year. So we'll see. I just don't care for, I don't know. There's a lot to be desired. Yeah, people love black people, not just black people, but I think American people are in a state of Stockholm syndrome. We love people that abuse and misuse us. We love them. We love. See, like I'm learning now. The people that the more that a person disrespect people, the more they love that person. Like, you know, people love to be treated badly. That's why I say I don't believe in that so-called golden rule. More like a golden shower rule. Like the golden rule that says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. No, if you really respect people, you find out what they want. Stop assuming that everybody want to be treated like you. If you want to be treated like crap, if you type of person want to be peed on or whatever, everybody don't want to go in the shower. So how you gonna treat people like you want to be treated? That's like weird. Like people be saying stuff and don't think about it. Like people say, well, if you do the same thing over and over again, over and over again, and expect a different result, that's insanity. No, that's called practice. That's called learning. That's called practice. You learn through repetition. See, people be saying, it sounds good, but when you start really thinking about it, it sounds stupid. What people say, do unto others as you have them do unto you. Some of y'all like to be choked out while y'all having sex. Everybody don't want to be choked while they having sex. Everybody don't want their toes sucked while they having sex. So how is that really respect? You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, Floyd Bunner, he's running for sheriff, but also this thing, and you know, he can't run from it. He gonna have to embrace it and confront it because, like I said, the mayoral election day is October 5th, 2023. That's the 1-year anniversary of the suspicious death of Gershon Freeman in the 201 Popular, October 5th. So he got to deal with this. This is interesting time we're living in. But anyway, like I said, I don't have no issue because people are like, well, don't you say nothing bad about it? So I said, I don't know him like that, but I do know he helped our organization when we were doing community projects. So yeah, I mean, family, all right, man. You can't pick your family. Okay, you can't. I guess you could pick your friend, but can't pick your family. But family, just because we blood don't mean we really family. We just related. You understand? There's a lot of family I don't talk to on a regular basis. I talk to just a small group of people, to be honest with you. But if they were in need of some help, some serious help, I would try to help them to the best of my abilities. You know, I believe in being loyal to family. Sometimes the best love is the far away love. Far away love, far away love, distant lovers, 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 lovers. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. I love Marvin Gaye because Marvin Gaye, you talking about, he uses mental illness to make genius music. He said, hey, man, hey, can you dig it, daddy? Yeah, I can dig it. I'm telling you, he's doing all that stuff. Amazing. But anyway, so you do unto others as they do unto me. All right. Make your own rule. That's the golden rule. Oh, man. I mean, it's never, you don't really have a real choice. These folks, I mean, okay, Judge Joe Brown, he's running independent. Like I said, this is a Democratic party stronghold, Shelby County. So, I mean, you gotta get certain endorsements. No, you gotta get certain endorsements, people behind you, unions and organizations like that behind you, because they got the people they're gonna tell to vote a certain way. Like, I don't know how y'all do it and where y'all at. It's like when I'm going to vote on election day, you got folks outside that give you like a flyer or whatever with all the people how you supposed to vote. Like, if you're gonna vote for the Democratic Party, this is who you vote for. And really, when you go in there, you don't know who's all running. It's hard to know all these people's real intent or their perspective. Who's gonna take the time to research all the candidates? I'm not. Don't really care because I know that, to me, what's really about is who control these folks. I don't care who's in the office, but you got a big enough bag to buy your politician. Like, you look at organized crime, you know, like the mobsters, they couldn't kill everybody. That's bad for business. What they did, you to go back in the days of New York City with Tammany Hall, the gangsters will buy their politicians. They buy their police. You buy your judges. You know, it ain't about voting. A lot of these gangsters that come over to America, like Carlo Gambino, he controlled construction unions and everything up in New York. Carlo Gambino, he died in his mansion in New York, but never got citizenship. He never became a citizen of this country, yet he had all these politicians and police and unions in his pocket. How has that happened? How is that? And I've been here, your people been here since the beginning of the Republic and before the Republic, and we don't got the same type of pool of a gangster that snuck his way over here back in the early 20s, 1920s. But your people been over here since 1619 at least, 1608, 1619, even further than that. But yet, you got people that never had citizenship in this country. They get everything. They get the whole piece of pie. When the moon hits you like a piece of pie, that's somebody. No, that's some mobsters. Okay. That's how you use. That's how you make it through life. That's the game of life right there. Now, that's interesting you said that because, like, you know, I don't know, I've been looking at The Godfather of Harlem. That's a great show about Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X and stuff like that. And Forrest Whitaker and them doing a great job. You know, I'm one of those sticklers for history. I'm a weirdo nerd. Bumpy Johnson was just 5'7", you know. But yet, you know, I like Giancarlo Esposito. He's one of my favorite actors. He's a great actor. Phenomenal. He owned Gus. That role he did, Gus, in Breaking Bad, is epic, man. It's an epic role he did. But, you know, Adam Clayton Powell Jr. was like 6'3" or 6'4". Giancarlo Esposito was like a midget in comparison to Adam Clayton Powell Jr., who was a giant. You know, he was about 6'3", 6'4", and he could pass for white. He was highly, you know, he's high yellow, as they say back in the old days. But you had, they got Joe Colombo as the nemesis, the arch nemesis for Bumpy Johnson this season 3. And the guy who played Joe Colombo, he's killing it, man. I love the way he played Joe. It reminds me of how Tim Roth, another talented actor, played Dutch Schultz in Hoodlum, another movie about Bumpy Johnson, starring Lawrence Fishburne. They came out in the late 90s. That's a great gangster movie. Now, I hate these gangster films because they're so historically inaccurate. Like Hoodlum was historically inaccurate, but it was great. Cicely Tyson played Madam St. Clair. But Joe Colombo was actually killed by a black dude doing an Italian-American rally because he was like an Italian-American civil rights activist. He had an Italian-American civil rights activist group. You know, it's weird because mobsters like Carlo Gambino, people like that, they didn't want all that media attention. And Joe Colombo and Sam Giancana, Al Capone, John Gotti, they love media attention, which is weird, which led to their downfalls. But Joe Colombo had a rally that he organized. It was a black guy that came up and shot him to death, or shot him, didn't kill him right away. They killed the black dude right away. And Joe Colombo ended up dying years later in a coma. He went into a coma after getting shot that day by a black guy. You know, people think that Joe Gallo, crazy Joe Gallo, sent the black dude to get him. And they killed Joey Gallo on his birthday while he was eating late supper with his family at a restaurant that steals Umberto's in Little Italy. So people talking about, well, Young Doc got killed at Makita's cookie shop. They should close. Umberto's still around. Now they moved to a different location, but they still thriving. John Gotti killed his boss, Paul Castellano, in front of Sparks Steakhouse. Sparks Steakhouse that still exists. They still charging you a lot of money to eat their steaks. I'm sure one of the reasons why people love going to Sparks Steakhouse is because of the infamous history of John Gotti whacking his boss and his driver in front of the steakhouse. And that steakhouse is still exists to this day. So why should Makita's cookie shop close because Young Dolph got killed there? You know, people get killed at McDonald's. They get killed at all type of restaurants, at church. Mother Emanuel didn't close because 9 black folks got killed. 9 black folks got killed at Mother Emanuel in Charleston. That church opened up not too long after that. It didn't close the church down because of that. Because what silly Dylan Roof did. But anyway. Hey, Sister Yvette, always good to see your pretty face. It's always good. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I may do something later on, but I just want to make sure I talked about the Gershon Freeman case. It goes on my mind. Very disturbing stuff. And Lord knows what else they got for us this year and what else they've been suppressing. Because this is like what they say, the age of Aquarius. Everything is coming out. Everything is becoming more transparent. The truth, you can't hide. But like Jack Nicholson said in Feel Good Man, you can't handle the truth. And most of us can't handle it. Because if they could handle it, then why are they suppressing Brother Ron? Why are they trying to suppress Brother Ron? Why everybody trying to make Brother Ron go away and be quiet? What have I done to people? I'm the one being bullied here. I've been bullied all my life. I'm still fighting. See, I like bullies because bullies reveal who you are to yourself. Bullies are necessary. When people say, I don't want bullies, you need bullies. Bullies are needed at all levels, whether it be individuals or entities and other organizations. You need bullies. Bullies make the world go round. You need them bullies because you got to understand who you really are, understand who you are to yourself and your relationship with the world. So I've been bullied all my life and I'm still here fighting. So what they tell you about me? But anyway, thank y'all so much. If you like the words from Brother Herd, please spread the word. YouTube, We All Be TV. That's We All Be TV. If you'd like to support the cause, man, Cash App, $R2C2H2. That's $R2C2H2. And thank you all who's been giving generously to the cause because it's going to a good cause. Because I need to be in it to win it, man. Google Pay, PayPal, and Zelle your support. Email address r2c2h2@gmail.com. That's r2c2h2@gmail.com. You can Vimo your support at r2c2h2. That's at r2c2h2. Hey, Peanut the Great. What's up, man? It's been a minute. I've been home. Thank you so for the donation. We love you madly. Also, you could become a member of the channel We All Be TV. Or you go to Patreon, patreon.com/We All Be. That's patreon.com/We All Be. And you can also buy Art of His Art, r2c2h2.com. That's r2c2h2.com. Also, you can wear Art of His Art. Got the Homer G. Phillips. I talked about Homer G. Phillips earlier. If you are on YouTube, go below the description and see our official Teespring shelf for R2C2H2's place. You can access the latest fashions of yours truly. And let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe, man, because like those what they shot down weren't spy balloons. I know y'all know they weren't spy balloons, right? Y'all know they weren't spy balloons they shot down. Yeah, man, good to see you. Thank you, Unsunken One. Man, it's man. I had to make some adjustments, man. This has been a crazy year. This has been a unique year. It's been like a roller coaster ride for me. Everything going by so fast. And I've been forgetting the right people and stuff like that. And it's crazy. I'm gonna text this person. Then I said, oh, they sent me that 2 or 3 weeks ago. I got a lot going on, but I just want to check in with you all because there's a lot on my mind, a lot of happening. And I'm just trying to figure out how do people get the energy to talk so much these days? Like everybody's just constantly going live. I don't got the energy for that right now. I don't think I do. Man, I gotta talk myself into getting that energy up. But I'm impressed with people their verberosity and just going live, just talk. My thing is I want to talk, but also I want to research some stuff before I even talk. But now since I saw Top Gun, the Maverick, the Top Gun Part 2, I'm gonna stop thinking so much and just start doing and see what happens. Stop all that thinking and start doing and see what happens. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Okay, I'm glad. I don't think I owe you no money, Brother Morrison. I appreciate being somebody's thoughts and pray. Y'all can pray for me. I appreciate it. I'll tell you what's good right now. Some turkey tacos. I'm about to cook me some turkey tacos. That was gonna be what's good. I like to buy the turkey taco meat that's seasoned. Like you buy the turkey taco sausage. I go to Kroger's and stuff, and it's seasoned. You know you in the hood Kroger's because the hood Kroger's don't have no turkey taco, turkey sausage meat, turkey sausage taco meat that's seasoned. You gotta go to Special Select Kroger's. Yes, I'm going to do it and do it well. And sometimes when I'm not even feeling well, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Yeah, thank you, Sister Gail. Love you madly. Yeah, I care too much. You know, there's people that ask me, you know what? I'm the type of dude, when I'm on Facebook, I want to check and see whose birthday today. I go out my way, try to wish people happy birthdays. I try to, when I'm singing or playing my trumpet or stuff, and give them a good positive message. And most of the people I never met before in my life, I don't think personally. And so I had people tell me, well, Brother Ron, you forgot to give me a happy birthday last time. I don't even know you like that, man. But okay, I'll give you one when your birthday. Okay, it's coming up. Like, but a lot of times I don't get wished no happy birthday with my birthday. So I don't know, man. I do overcare. I care too much. I overthink because I care about people. Yeah, people think I don't care about people, which is interesting. People want to accuse me of not caring, and because I be overwhelmed because I do care. I care. I care for you. I care. And it hurts to care, man. It's pain. It's like when you love real hard, there's some pain in that. Because sometimes that love is not always reciprocated. To be vulnerable like that, to care like I care, to care like you care, it takes a lot of energy out of people. People don't appreciate that. A lot of times, like I'm in the city don't love me like that because they love me. Why? You know, these dudes trying to talk me to death. They see I'm trying to vacuum their cubicle. They up here trying to talk me for 30 minutes. Look, man, I gotta do my job. Y'all can make some donations and stuff. Y'all want to have a personalized conversation. We'll pay for a session, man. But anyway, these people crazy. I just, man, it's just so weird out here, man. I promise you. Y'all know it for yourself is weird. But anyway, let me get out of here. I have folks like, man, and I'm a flirt. I'm a flirt. And people like, I knew I wasn't the only one. I said, we ain't doing nothing like that. I'm just flirting, man. I'm just being friendly. You know, I'm not against. I love women, but I can't be like Little Wayne. I can't have every woman in the world. I'm already, you know, I gotta drink. I didn't drink more fluids. You know, I'm gonna do every woman in the world. Anyway, disclaimer. Disclaimer: the views expressed by hosts and guests on the We All Be platform are not the official views, opinions, beliefs, or perspectives of We All Be News or the We All Be Group Incorporated. We All Be News is an organization that thoroughly believes in supplementing the information narrative that is usually supplied by the corporate news entities with those viewpoints and expressions which may be marginalized or ignored for a plethora of reasons. We're about informing the general public on alternative perspectives as it relates to news and information, and letting the general public be the ultimate judge in deciding on how to use said information. Informed citizens are responsible citizens, and thank you for your support. And that does it for this edition. Now, who's to say I won't be back on here again? But it does it for this edition of We All Be. News Free Dixie for the 21st century. Words of Great Duke Ellington, we love you madly. In the words of Brother Ron, keep on producing and pushing. I see you. We love you madly, loud dog. Virgos are necessary, my friend. Virgos may have it rough, but Virgos are so necessary. The great Virgos, Michael Jackson, Charlie Parker, Kobe Bryant, they were very, very, Beyonce, necessary. Virgos are necessary. Good night, Sister Yvette. We love you madly. Appreciate y'all. And that does it for this edition.